Okay, so today we're going to take a look at how you use the state education department website to look at the different standards. So I happen to have it bookmarked on my browser because I use it all the time. So this is what it looks like. It's the South Carolina Department of Education, ed.sc.gov. And you go to the page called Standards in Learning. So you'll see that it has all of the South Carolina College and Career Ready standards. English language arts, math, science, social studies, and then other ones that I don't ever deal with because I teach first grade. So I'm going to focus on English language arts and math. So all you do is you click on standards, and then you have all of these options. So the first one, South Carolina College and Career Ready Standards for English Language Arts. The next one is by grade level. However, I always use the first one. And you could scroll down to the table of contents and it will tell you exactly what page you need to go to. So if I'm going to do, let's say I'm going to look at kindergarten and first grade, because this year my kids are coming in very much as kindergartners since we did e-learning the second half of the year. So it tells me that kindergarten through grade 2 is going to start on page 15. So I'm going to go right up here to the top and type in 15 so I don't have to do all that scrolling. And here we go. This starts with the inquiry-based literacy standards. So if you look right here, here's kindergarten, here's grade 1, and here's grade 2. So I actually could do all 3 grades at one time. Now, in our district, how we pick what standards we're going to teach that week, we look at what we call the CAD, C-A-D, the curriculum alignment document. So we go into the CAD, and it is actually broken down by weeks and by standards. So if it's week 1, it might tell me that the inquiry-based literacy standard I want to teach that week is 1.1. Translate wonderings into questions that lead to group conversations, explorations, and investigations. I then take that standard and I see what mentor texts I can find. Like I might take a simple story like The Three Little Pigs, and I'm going to get the kids to help me write down what they wonder about. And then that leads them into group conversations. And what can we explore and investigate about this book? So that would be for grade 1. Now, this year I might not start necessarily with the grade 1 standard. So I want to take a look at the kindergarten one. Or during a normal year, I might just say, hey, I want to know where they should have ended up in kindergarten. So we'll look at that. It says engage in daily opportunities for play and exploration to foster a sense of curiosity, develop the disposition of inquisitiveness, and begin to verbally articulate I wonders about ideas of interest. So in kindergarten, they're supposed to be able to say that out loud. They're going to tell you their I wonders. Then in first grade, we want to take what they wonder and turn it into questions. So that is how you navigate the ELA standards for kindergarten and grade 1. Then, let's say I want to take a look at the math standards. So I go and I click on standards. Once again, I'm actually going to just pick the first one, print on one side, because I'm not actually going to print it. I'm just going to look at it. And I have looked at these standards enough to know that I want to go to page 16 because that's where grade 1 starts. So I'm going to scroll down to where the standards actually start. And here we go. Now in math, they have key concepts like number sense and base 10, algebraic thinking and operations, that kind of stuff. And this is how they are abbreviated. So once again, in our district, we use what is called the CAD, and it lays out the weeks and the standards. So lesson 1.1 in our Big Ideas book might talk about standard 1.nsbt.4. Add through 99 using concrete models, drawings, and strategies based on place value 2. And then it has 2 other little components to it. So I check the CAD. Okay, it tells me that's the standard I want to teach. So then I'll look at my Big Ideas curriculum, and I'll see how those fit together. Now, let's say I want to look at a different grade level. I just keep scrolling. Here's grade 2. So at the end of the year, I might check the grade 2 standard to say, hey, where do I need to get my kids before I send them to second grade? So I'm going to scroll down, and they are actually still called the same key concept as in first grade. So you could see, though, the verbiage is very different. So, like, we looked at 1.nsbt.4. Well, now that says compare two numbers with up to 3 digits using words and symbols. Obviously, if you look back at first grade, they don't correlate one to one necessarily, but you could see this is how you navigate those standards.